Hey, Genki Call here with your Soulforge offerings for the week of December 27th, 2021. Here we go. So, we have for the legendaries, we have Emperor Korvash, which is an okay troop. He does damage to the first two enemies. True damage. Stuns them and drains their mana. I hardly ever use this guy, sometimes in delves, but for the most part, I do like that he stuns a random enemy on 4+ gem matches, but considering the fact that we have Elementalist class now, it's kind of redundant. Then we have this one, Kristenix, which I cannot pronounce properly, who does damage to all enemies. Remove all all gems of a chosen color. It gets boosted, the damage does, by the gems that you remove, but that's the only effect you get from them. And then summons if you have an empty spot. Skull damage reduction is 50%, which is nice, and gain enchant when matching purple gems is also nice. I only use this for delving, just generally speaking. Divine Ishbala is exceedingly useful, especially in Gem Wars. I really love her. She has great synergy with some of the other double mana converters. She transforms red gems to skulls and green gems to yellow, which feeds back into herself, and she enchants 2 random allies. Super useful. She gives all divine allies a 40% mana start. So, if you are going to spend 800 diamonds on a legendary, she is a good one, but don't get her unless you have a team you want to use her on, would be my recommendation. If you really, really need her, you need her to get the power level up in Leonis Empire, or you really want that 40% mana start for your divine allies, then I would say that she would be a good one to spend the diamonds on. Medea, I only use her in events and in delving. She does damage to all enemies. This is quite a lot of damage when you have the delving boost from your horde and from your kingdom's level. So this is actually really good when delving, especially for quick delves. And all mystics gain 1 magic on 4+ gem matches. I do like this troop a lot for delving. Enchant all allied demons and bury all allied mystics. She's super useful on paper and in delving, but beyond that, I just generally don't use her personally. As far as mythics go, we've got Aquaticus, whom I do not own. She does light splash damage to 3 random enemies, explodes half of the blue gems on the board, which is great if you have a lot of blue gems on the board, but otherwise, we'll see. I don't own her, so I can't really say. She reduces spell damage by 25%, and she submerges all allies when matching 4+ gems, so she can be really annoying to fight if somebody's using, if you're trying to use a troop that does damage to all enemies, because you can't hit them if they're submerged. So, she can be useful. I just don't own her and can't say much more than that. Currandara, I like Currandara. He was our very first campaign mythic. And he does damage to an enemy boosted by Doom Skulls with a ×10 ratio. So if you've got a lot of Doom Skulls on the board, he can do quite a lot of damage to an enemy. He converts yellow gems to Doom Skulls and conjures a Doom Storm. The thing I usually use Kurandara for, he's not one of my favorite mythics that creates Doom Skulls, but he does have this 50% chance to curse all enemies when matching 4+ gems, which makes him great for running with High King Irongut when delving, because that way High King Irongut can devour troops he normally can't devour. So I do use Kurandara for that, but not so much for his spell. We've also got Leonis Tower is always here, Vernalis, whom I just got within the last week. I have not had a chance to use him yet. He gives attack to the first 2 allies and life to the weakest allies, the 2 weakest, and gives 10 magic to the strongest allies. Sounds good. I don't know that I would recommend crafting him unless you need a mythic for Bright Forest. But Entangle and Fairy Fire a random enemy when matching green gems. Now, for that, because Tannenbaum now exists, I think Vernalis just got a boost. I think that Vernalis just got a lot more useful because he does that random entangle. So this might be a good troop to run with Tannenbaum. Also, this one's always here, Archproxy Yvendra. Now, if you're going to have a mana converter that converts yellow, Archproxy Yvendra is going to be much more useful because she converts all yellow gems to Uber Doom Skulls. That means each yellow gem becomes a plus 10 Doom Skull. Ooh, and she curses webs and poisons the strongest enemies. She also conjures an Uber Doomstorm when an enemy dies, so she's kind of like the super-powered Kurandara, in my opinion. I like her a lot. I don't use her very often because there are other troops that I prefer to use, but I do like her. Um, so I would say that if you were going to craft any mythic this week, maybe Archproxy and Yvendra. The fact that Vernalis is now more useful because of Tannenbaum might make him worth considering, but I haven't used him, so I can't say for sure. As far as weapons go, I didn't even know this up here. Explosion. I didn't see this before. Explored. Explored. You need to explore them, you know. Sorry. Explode 4 gems of a chosen color and heal life. It doesn't sound incredibly useful, but 4 exploding gems, I said it again, exploding. You gotta love the mistakes, right? 4 exploding, 4 explosions can actually generate quite a lot of mana, so semi-useful. Myself, not interested in crafting it. Always here. Volcanic Shield is give armor to an ally. If the ally uses red mana, give double armor, and if the enemy has a boss, explode all red gems. So I think that this could be really useful in certain situations, and I like that, and I don't need another weapon for Dragon's Claw, but I kind of want to craft it, so I'm going to. Um, I think in certain situations it'll be fun. Torque of the Dragon, this is one of those 75 diamond things that's really useful if you need more weapons to get your power level up. Beyond that, not that useful unless you're going out and fighting Dragon's Claw enemies, I suppose. But there are other weapons I would much rather be using than this one. Um, but it is cheap if you need another weapon for Dragon's Claw. Let's see what else we've got here. The mystery egg. Oh, I have this one. Create 8 red and 8 yellow gems. Then summon either a dragon egg or a fell dragon egg. This can be useful in events, but in general, not something I personally use. And then we've got the Mace of Claws, which I am using in the event right now. Does damage to an enemy boosted by dragon allies, then creates a mix of 6 red and purple gems for each dragon ally. It's working out great in the world event we've got going on right now. I like this a lot. I use it in delves when I'm doing an all dragon team. I just think it's fun. It's great to use with the dragon soul and others that use purple and red as well. And there should be one more. Dragon Tails? Seems like one is missing. Nope, this is it. This one also creates a mix of red and purple gems for each Dragon's Claw ally with the same boost ratio for damage, but it uses different colors. This one uses yellow and green, and this one uses brown and green, I think? Brown and green. So it depends on the team build you've got going on. Either one of them is going to be useful depending on how your team build is. Obviously, I have both, but I am using the Mace of Claws. So, those are our offerings for the week. I hope that this has been helpful. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.